we're here today with Andrew Westerman.
Morning, George.
The Sales Director for Northern Europe for Siklu. Andrew's here to tell us about Siklu as a company, what makes them different, successes, and some future products. So, Andrew, tell us a bit about Siklu as a company.
Yeah, okay. So Siklu is an Israeli company based in Tel Aviv in Israel. The company's been in existence for about 6 years now, and we've been shipping equipment for about 4 years. In that time, we've been very successful. Siklu is a millimeter wave only company, so we only manufacture EBand and V-band equipment. And in that time, we've become the #1 vendor in the world. And we now have an installed base of over 13,000 links around the world. So it's been a very fast takeoff, and Siklu is the biggest vendor by far in this space. Yeah.
It's interesting. I recently saw on the Ofcom 70 and 80 gigahertz register that Siklu accounts for over 30% of the links in the country. What makes Siklu technology unique?
I think it's a combination of the form factor, the functionality, and the price. Siklu has many points of uniqueness. Let's say, we offer TDD and FDD links, which is very unique, and we offer all of our products at a very attractive price. So when you add that up, the price level, the carrier class availability, the choice of TDD and FDD, it makes it a very attractive offering for our customers, and and the voucher scheme in particular has been a big help for enterprises. It's basically funded the cost of the installation, and we've done very well on the back of that. And we've just heard that scheme now will continue for another year, and we hope to continue the success we've had in 2014.
So as well as the voucher scheme and superfast broadband BDUK projects, which other verticals have you been successful in this year?
I think many, really. We sell to customers across a very wide spectrum. I think in particular the wireless ISP market is very big for us. The CCTV industry is very big. Anywhere where a customer needs a connection and they need high capacity, we tend to sell into that. And other verticals include education, defence, government. So really across the whole spectrum of verticals, and also the mobile operator market, and also the fixed operator market we sell into as well.
So why are more and more people using Siklu 60, 70 and 80 gigahertz over the traditional 5 gigahertz and microwave?
Various reasons, really. Capacity is a big reason. The world is going wireless, and everyone wants more and more capacity. And millimeter wave, particularly in the 60, 70 and 80 gigahertz bands, are the bands of big capacity. You can deliver multi-gigabit connections at a very low cost with a high degree of reliability. And if you look at the microwave market, to deliver the sorts of capacities you can deliver over E-band, it's really the spectrum cost, the license fee from the government will cost you much, much more with microwave. And the UK has done a great job with the licensing scheme, and the license cost for E-band is only £50 per link per year. And with V-band, it's license free, so there's no cost. So that's been a big reason in terms of why E-band and V-band is replacing microwave links. But also in the 5 gigahertz band, there are many of those links around. They have been for many years, but many of the users now, particularly in the cities, are experiencing interference and the need for high capacity. And they're looking for that next step, and that next step really is E-band. That's what we're finding. So many customers are moving from 5 gigahertz directly onto E-band and V-band nowadays.
And that brings us nicely to the next question about the Super Connected Cities program, where they offer a £3,000 voucher in, I think, 22 of the largest cities in the UK for businesses to be connected with superfast broadband. How have Siklu seen success, particularly in this field, and who have they seen success with?
Yeah, I think we've done a lot of business in this space. It's a scheme that was set up by the government to improve broadband speeds in areas where you might not have a great broadband connection today. And companies can apply for a £3,000 voucher. They have to see a step change in their internet speed. And what we're finding is E-band can deliver a step change, a significant step change in speed. partners of ours like Metronet, for example, are having a big push into the connectivity market via that scheme, and doing very well. I think Metronet is one of the biggest players now in the broadband connection voucher scheme, and a lot of their connectivity is via Siklu connections.
Sure. As well as the Super Connected Cities program, Siklu is experiencing a lot of success in CCTV, particularly some very large and interesting projects.
Yeah, we're working in a number of boroughs now, particularly in the UK and across the world. And again, in the CCTV market, many customers are looking to move away from lease lines to save cost, or to move away from 5 gigahertz because they have a problem with capacity and interference. And that next step is millimeter wave. The 5 gigahertz is not going away, but what's happening is those connections are being pushed closer to the cameras, so the links are shorter and less prone to interference. And then EBand is being used to aggregate clusters of cameras and then back all those across the city to control rooms and other places like that.
So as HD videos become the de facto standard, the need for gigabit plus has kind of
will come along, yeah, and it's a definite trend in the industry, and not just CCTV, all industries. People want more and more capacity, and they're not willing to pay a huge cost for that. They want to kind of decouple the relationship between capacity and cost, and millimeter wave is able to do that.
I think traditionally, if you think about broadband speeds up to 10 years ago, they want to patch them what they are today. So I think some people traditionally have been short-sighted in putting in low capacity links, but now there's a real realization in the market that if you put in a link for today, then it's going to be out of date tomorrow. So
yeah,
plan for the future.
It's that could definitely happen, and the great thing with EBand, it offers very high capacity. So even if you use say 100 megabit today, you've got the headroom to grow tomorrow without having to replace the link. And we offer schemes where you can upgrade the capacity via software, so you don't have to take the full capacity today, but you can install the link and know that you don't have to replace it and then grow it via software in the future as your capacity needs grow.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the products. So behind us here we have the two main platforms. This is the Etherhall 1200 platform. So tell us a bit about this and the different variations that it can come.
Yeah, this is the EBand platform from Siklu, which is 70-80 gigahertz. With this product, we're able to deliver 1 gigabit. We offer a 30 centimeter and a 60 centimeter antenna. 30 centimeter, typical link distance is around 2 kilometers, up to 2 kilometers. With a 60 centimeter, typically around 4 to 5 kilometers, something like that. You can go longer, but it's a question of availability and throughput, like with all wireless links. So we offer this product in TDD and FDD, and we offer versions that are optimized for operators and also optimized for enterprises and ISPs.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's a very flexible platform and very well priced.
From a distribution point of view, the RMA rate for this product is extremely low.
Extremely low. Yeah, it's a very reliable product. They're all PoE powered, so low power consumption, and the design is very heavily based on a silicon based design. So again, the reliability of that is very, very high, and we have very few problems in the field.
Sure. And then the next one, a little bit smaller, is the new Etherhall 600, which you recently launched at Mobile World Congress this year. So.
Yeah, so that's our new 60 gigahertz product. Again, this is a 1 gigabit capacity product aimed at street level connectivity, really. So the product's been designed from its inception, really, to go on street columns, CCTV columns, and cope with the movement that you incur on those types of mountings. And applications for this and verticals are really the CCTV industry. We think will be very big with this because of the form factor. It's easily mounted along the street and offers very high capacity with very low risk of interference because the beam is very narrow. And we see a lot of customers who want to move away from 5 gigahertz connectivity, particularly in the city centres where there's a lot of interference, onto that next step. And we think that next step is 60 gigahertz.
Yeah. I mean, as Siklu make it very well known that they want to turn their products into a mass market. Yeah.
We want to make. There's a strapline in the company. We took a millimeter and made it huge. Siklu entered the market as the disruptive player. 5 years ago, an EBand link would cost you around £30,000 per link. Now it's a fraction of the cost of that because we want to make the millimeter market huge.
Sure. So I guess what we take from this is the 1200 platform is used for more backhaul.
And rooftop connectivity. Yeah. And the EBand, the EH600 is designed for street level connectivity. You can use it at rooftop level, but really it's been designed for the street level connectivity market.
The two, there's a little crossover between the two products, but they do actually fit very nicely together.
Yeah, they fit inherently together. And if you take a typical application along a street, you may have an EBand connection down from the macro rooftop level down to the street, and then you extend connectivity along the street with the EH600. Those are the types of applications that we see.
Yeah. Brilliant. So, as for the future of Siklu, you've only been around for not very long you're very young in terms of a sort of microwave, millimetre wave vendor. What developments do you have for the future, and what exciting stuff have you got?
I think we've got a lot coming up in the pipeline in future years. We will continue to innovate, and we're going to put particular emphasis on higher spectral efficiency and higher capacity and throughput. Those are the things we're aiming at whilst keeping a very attractive price level. So that's our focus for the future, and we'll continue to go in that direction. Focus on the things that have made us successful so far, and we'll continue to do that. And
I guess continue on the same success of the markets with the extension of the super connected cities program.
Yeah, absolutely. We see us at Siklu as the connectivity player, so we'll work across many verticals. Operators is one vertical, CCTV, wireless ISPs, government, education, all of those verticals we see as relevant markets for Siklu.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for
thank you, George, and great to see you.
Yeah, brilliant.
And hopefully we can continue our success in 2015.
Look forward to next year. Thank you.
Thank you.